Ben, welcome to Doncaster Rovers. Just how pleased are you to be joining the club on loan for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I'm really happy. I think it's a great opportunity for me, and it's like the next step in my development, I think. So really happy to be here.
You spent the first part of the season on loan at Rochdale, didn't you? What did that experience do for you in your development?
I think it was a really good opportunity for me. I learnt a lot. Obviously, I didn't play as much as I would have wanted to, but that was just due to certain circumstances. But here, I think I've got a really good platform to kind of push on and get some good games under my belt.
What were the main things you learned, stepping out from under 23s football for the first time and taking that plunge into regular men's football? And what were the main things that you picked up during your time at Rochdale?
I think obviously everyone knows the difference in physicality between the two levels. In terms of balls in the air, I just get used to more aerial duels, stuff like that. And I think that's probably the main difference. Obviously, different styles of play that you've got to come up against. So I think it's obviously it's a different opportunity.
Did you relish that though? Learning the tricks of the trade, I suppose, in coming up against experienced centre forwards and having to figure out how to get the better of them.
Yeah, I enjoyed that kind of battle, playing against more experienced players. I think you got to be more. You got to have more know-how and what they know more and what they're going to do. They've got little tricks that they try and play on you, so you just got to stay more alert, I think.
In terms of at Leicester, have you had much sort of exposure to the first team there and been around that to learn off some more experienced players?
Yeah, I've trained a lot with the first team, so I know what it's about, kind of the intensity and stuff. And then I've played a couple like friendlies in pre-season. So yeah, that's.
You've had your final game for Rochdale was actually against Rovers, wasn't it? What did you make to the team? It was a 7-goal thriller at the Eco Power. Rovers came out on top on that occasion. What did you make to them when you came up against them?
Yeah, it was some game. I mean, crazy. But I really like the style of play, and obviously the way that Doncaster played. I think it suits me a lot in terms of my capabilities as a centre back. So.
Yeah, why was this one the right move for you to make then? As we touched on, you spent the first half of the season on loan. Once you'd had that exposure, was you always keen to get back out and have a taste of it again?
Yeah, I feel like switching it up was always a good thing. I think kind of trying another style of play. I just feel like it suited me a lot more. So I'm happy to be here. And
what sort of chats have you had with Danny Scoville, the head coach, about where he sees you fitting into his style?
Obviously it's 5 at the back, so one of the 3 centre backs would be where I'd kind of play, and obviously he's gone through all his what he expects and stuff like that, so it seems good.
You've had your first session with the boys as well. Was that good to sort of break the ice and get in there nice and early?
Yeah, it was really good to get amongst it, kind of get to know people and stuff.
And what can the Rovers fans expect from you then? They'll probably had a little sight of you when you're at Rochdale at the Eco Power, as we touched on there, but what can they expect from you from now until the end of the season?
I'd say obviously I like to defend first, and then on the ball I think I'm well composed. I look to find passes, so I think I can help the team in that way, building attacks and not conceding goals.